Hey there, this is Andrew, and I am here to talk today really quickly about some probably upcoming news that you'll hear more about, and some news that kind of went by stealthily around KeyForge Celebration time. Those of us who were there saw it and got really excited about it, and I know there was some talk about it in the community, but there wasn't a widespread discussion about it. I think because the way that Ghost Galaxy released the information outside of KeyForge Celebration just wasn't very loud. So that thing that I'm going to talk about is the future of organized play in 2023, what that's going to look like, and uh, actual monetary prizes for KeyForge events supported by Ghost Galaxy. So if that's news to you, then I'm not shocked because, even though this news has been out there for about a month now, I don't think there's been that much conversation about it. I keep thinking, oh, I'll get around to it, but I did some Winds of Exchange stuff, and anyway, I wanted to get this out before the new year. And here's what I expect is as we go into the new year, some of this stuff that I'm going to mention gets is going to get fleshed out more as we get closer to it. So you're going to start hearing more about it. Some of it you can do things about as a player. Some you need to get your store to do things about, and some you'll just have to be out on the lookout. So how do you find this information in the Ghost Galaxy website? Well, if you go to keyforging.com, at this point you'll have to go back through news past the first page and find the article titled "What a Celebration We Had." And this is a retrospective article on KeyForge Celebration, but they have they have this video of the keynote presentation that Christian T. Peterson gave at the event, and this is all included there. So I don't even know if it's mentioned at all in the article, but if you watch this video, whoa, that's loud. But if you, luckily I don't think it's loud for you, but if you watch this video and fast forward to like the 25-minute mark, you'll see that he starts to talk about about organized play and the future of organized play. So I'm just going to really briefly go over what this video covers. You can watch it for yourself if you want to hear it in their own words, but I'm also going to cover it here. So the first thing to know is that there are two levels of what are called casual play that are going to be supported, and these are events that will have prize support that you can get from Ghost Galaxy. And casual means that Ghost Galaxy has no stipulation whatsoever about what formats you can use these for or whatever. If you want to run an adaptive best of one, that was never an official format, adaptive best of one. But if you want to run an adaptive best of one in your community with these prize kits, more power to you. So the first one of these is called a I have it. It's a Keybringer event. And the Keybringer event is really interesting because it's player led. So this does not even need to be tied to a local retail store. You'll be able to, I assume, buy a kit for the Keybringer, and it'll just give you some stuff to have as prizes, and you get together with friends and play. So I imagine, possibly doing this with some friends around draft, right? Because some of us like to do draft, but that's really never been close to official. Sorry, I don't mean sealed draft. I mean draft cube. So we could get together at my house and do that and have prize support from Ghost Galaxy. So that'll be player driven. That's called Keybringer. And then the other casual level event is called Vault Keeper. And it's really unfortunate. I mean, that's a good name. It is unfortunate because there was a really well-run community online tournament called Vault Keeper, run by Jolker. That anyway, he's getting out of doing that. I guess partially because of the name overlap, although there's no reason he couldn't keep doing it if he wanted. But I think he filled a really important role while we didn't have organized play from a company, and probably that role isn't as critical now. But he did a great job while he was doing it, and he's still a great member of the community. Anyway, having said all that, this thing's called Vault Keeper, and this is actually run by the retailer. So I assume a store will be able to purchase a kit to do this and run an event at the store. But again, because it's casual tier, there are no stipulations from Ghost Galaxy about what formats you could use it with. Okay, so those are the casual level events. Then we get on to the championship series and the official formats or the official events. And official means that you need to actually abide by Ghost Galaxy's tournament rules if you're going to use this, and they'll have stipulations about the format. So the bottom rung of this is store championships, and those of us who've been playing KeyForge for a while are familiar with store championships. They happen under FFG as well. And if they work like before, this will be an event that any store can purchase the kit, and it'll come with stuff to prize support for the players, for a certain number of players, and then they'll run the event. It's officially sanctioned, and hand out prizing based on the results. Now, in addition to the cool swag, there's an additional benefit of winning a store champ, which is that you would get a buy in the next level event. And so the next event up from store championship is a regional championship. Now, I think this is filling the role of what we used to call prime championships. And this would be an event actually put on in some way by Ghost Galaxy. I doubt it's not like CTP is going to be flying out to every one of these, but these will be events that they actually have a hand in running and tighter control over, and cooler, harder to get prizes, but they're still open for anybody to join. However, if you win a store championship, then you get a first round bye in the regional championship, which is a nice benefit. Yeah, it gives you a fewer opportunities to get knocked out. And I assume it'll help them at some point. They'll figure out a good way to help balance brackets based on this. And that'll be regional championships. Those will be bigger events. Those are events you might consider, driving a few hours to get to. If you're near a big city like San Diego, we might have one here in San Diego and one up in LA or something like that. But I wouldn't expect to have multiple in San Diego. These are regional. Okay. So that'll be the second rung, and those are actually on the video. He actually changes color there because those are really run by Ghost Galaxy. The next rung up is national championships, and those will work a similar way with the buys, where if you won a regional championship, then you get a bye in the national championship. And CTP talked a little bit about some caveats here for smaller countries. It might work a little differently, but anyway, in any case, you'll have the national championships. The timing is important here too. This is why I say I expect to see more soon, because the casual level events can be run anytime, it doesn't matter. But because of the tiered nature, the tiered structure, these other events have specific timing goals they have to hit. So the store championships are going to happen in February and March. That's coming right up. So we'll probably be getting Winds of Exchange in January, and then February, March we'll start having these store championships. That means they have to get on the ball about marketing these, getting these ready to put in the hands of retailers. And then for regional championships, those are going to happen in April and May. They don't say a specific time for national championships, but I assume those will be happening over the summer, maybe early fall, because well, we'll get around to it, but they're going to eventually come around to the World Championships, and those are going to be held there in Minnesota. I guess around the same time that we did KeyForge Celebration, I assume they'll be doing the World Championship, and that's going to be hard to get to because if you only have the winner, you don't get a buy for winning national. You get a ticket. You get an invitation to actually show up. So you can't just sign up for national or for worlds. You have to earn it. So I expect that's going to be a pretty limited pool of people. Now, World Championships is going to have a $50,000 prize pool. That's pretty cool. It's important to understand prize pool does not mean that whoever wins gets 50,000. It probably means something like the winner gets 25, the second place person, maybe gets 10,000, and then the other top four people get 5,000 each, and the top eight people each get another 1,000 or something like that. Like it won't all go to one person, but that is still pretty exciting and cool that they're doing that. So I'm excited to see what interest that brings in. Obviously, it means we're going to have to be on the ball about looking for cheaters and things like that, but that's okay. I think we can handle that as a community. And then the other side, so that'll probably be in November. The other side of this that CTP talked about is vault tours. They're coming back in 2023. And so they've committed that they're going to run 10 vault tours in 2023 in the months of June and July. And I believe they said 4 of those will be in the US. 2 really interesting things to know about the vault tours are, number 1, the winner of each will get an invitation from that to be able to go to Worlds. So that's another way to get one of those invites, although that's still 10 more invites. That's not crazy. That's not a lot. Secondly, each vault tour is going to have a $10,000 prize pool. So if you show up to 4 vault tours and win all 4 of them, you could actually come out ahead from traveling to them. So of course, that's not going to work for a lot of people because only one person can win. But in any case, yeah, that's pretty exciting. So that'll be June, July. And that means that we'll have, if assuming nationals happen in like August, September, then that would mean by the end of September, we'd have all the world's participants locked in, ready to go, planning their trips, and showing up in November, which would be a cool timetable. So anyway, that's that. I'm pretty excited about it. I'd like to know what you think about bringing in the prizing, about the ambitious event schedule that they have planned. Honestly, I think it's pretty ambitious. And what events you think you'll make it out to. All right, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed, and that you'll get out there and forge some keys.